chalpad. Chapash. Chal padi. Good. Now we go live on Instagram. All right. Think we got it. Chalo ji. Let's get started. I was expecting Shreya. Shreya, are you here? Unmute yourself if you are. No, not yet. Okay. All right, ji. Let's get started with the questions we have today. Let me make sure I have the view set to the order in which you logged in. Entry time, first to last. Okay, ji. Harshraj ji, how can I help you today? Tell me.
Hello, Rajiv ji. Thank you. I'm on H-1B work visa currently. I work for the state of Massachusetts. And they did my H-1B first time in 2015, renewed it back in 2018, and renewed it again in 2021. However, there is administration change now, and they are not going to renew it anymore.
Okay.
H-1B expires in December. But I do have an advanced parole and EAD. So I have 3 green card applications filed. My sister filed for me in 2015, the priority date of 2015. My parents filed for me under F2B category, priority date of August 2017.
Okay.
And I did my own EB to NIW in 2020.
आपको ग्रीन कार्ड इकट्ठे करने का शौक है क्या?
जो पहले लग जाए, वरना इट्स लाइक आई एम नॉट गुड एट डार्ट्स, तो मैंने सारे ही फेंक दिए जो चिपक जाए, kind of
I
a
don't know. This is more than a shotgun approach. This is
no.
fight.
The reason I had to do NIW was the green H-1B was not going to get renewed after 6 years if
No,
I
I
wouldn't
got
have my
that.
EB done.
That's definitely a smart move.
Yeah,
So
so that's
you
why.
have 2 family-based and 1 NIW.
Yeah,
NIW is approved and
NIW is
family-based
approved.
are pending.
It's pending 2020, and the EAD and advance parole is based on the family one. So
Wait a minute. Remove spotlight, you guys. I hate to look at myself. I keep thinking I'm not that old, but when I see myself, I remember it. So yeah, Harshraj.
So the EAD and advance parole is on the family-based green card application filed by my parents.
Do you have 2 485s pending or 1?
1 485 pending.
Okay.
So the question is, if state does not renew my H-1B, if I'm still on EAD and advance parole, is there any risk?
Is there any risk if I'm on advance parole? Well, you know that anybody here who is converted to an I-485 adjustment of status EAD, if you wanted to revive your H-1B, you could always do that. Maximum is you will have to get a visa stamp and re-enter using that visa. So using an EAD from any kind of I-485 is not a deal breaker for you.
Okay.
You can always go back. Shreya ji, I saw you enter, but then I've lost you in the screens. I don't know how to bring you on.
Anji, sir, I'm still here.
Ji. You know what you might want to do, Shreya? Raise your hand so you always stay on the first screen.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll get you in 1 second while I finish this round of questioning. And Anuji, we'll stop admitting people at 12:35 because usually we have too many people. And I just hate to do that, but I don't have much of a choice in this. So ठीक है, क्या मैं आपसे बात कर रहा था राज साहब. So you are okay.
Yeah.
You are okay because nothing is irreversible. Even if they don't renew it, not a big deal because you've got your EAD, right?
Yes. Okay,
So,
good. All right.
yeah,
That's
you're fine.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thanks.
Okay, I want to introduce Shreya ji to you, Shreya Mishra Reddy. Disclaimer, I don't know her personally. She doesn't know me personally. She doesn't know enough to say, well, Rajiv is a great lawyer. I don't know enough about her to say that she has a non-profit where she has 7,000 students um, trying to help students. She's herself. Shreya, talk about yourself a little bit. Just take a minute, please. Shreya. Shreya Mishra Reddy.
Yes, I was just trying to unmute myself and I'm trying to see how I can start my video too.
I
But
have that problem all the time.
yeah. Okay, I think this is better. So thank you so much, Rajiv ji, for that kind introduction. I'm Shreya, and I'm an international student in the US as well. I'm nearing the end of my OPT period. I was a student at Duke, and I've been working at Visa for about close to 3 years now. And of course, I'm one of the unfortunate ones who didn't get their H-1B lottery picked even in the 3 attempts. So it's time for me to almost leave the US by the end of the year. But like Rajiv ji mentioned, I have a nonprofit called Project Wasakam, which as on today has about 7,000 members. And as part of that initiative, I try to organize calls like Rajiv ji does, like all free sessions for international students to help them in any way that I can, like CV review sessions, anything on personal branding, how to cold reach out to people, and lots of things like that. So I've been running it for almost a year now. And it's been a wonderful journey. And I've also been writing very regularly on LinkedIn and trying to spread as much awareness about an international student's journey in the US that I can. So today I just wanted to collaborate with Rajiv ji on this wonderful forum and on behalf of Project Wasakam, ask as many questions as I can about all the H-1B 100K fee, all the questions that we've been getting. From international students about what this means, especially for people who are already on their F1 and in the US. So, Rajiv ji, my first question is actually just around that. So, I know it doesn't specifically mention anywhere that the H-1B fee will apply to people who are on their F1 visas and because they'll be applying from onshore. But there's a lot of talk going around, in corners of Reddit and things like that, where people are saying that you have to obviously get your stamping done, and once you travel out of the country, and then when you try to get back in, the fee may be applicable to you. So a lot of international students, especially who are in this boat, they're still trying to figure out how to navigate that and whether that fee will be applicable to them or not. So I guess that's the most important question.
Okay. So just to give a context to everyone here, actually, I wanted to do it at about 12:35. Let's do that once we close the room. Then I will address these questions because then they won't keep coming up again. Shreyaji, is that okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah, let me talk with the people who are already here, and then we can take the common questions after we close the Zoom room. Okay.
Yes.
Harshji, go ahead. Harsh Rawal.
Yes, hi Rajivji. Good afternoon. I think my question will be also kind of common question, but I'll just put it down here. So I was on H1B, laid off. I was on B2. I am on B2 right now. It is approved, and the new employer has just now submitted the petition for H1B change of status from B2 to H1B. So I wanted to know if the new, fees will be applied in my case. So
Okay.
the
So Harshji, I'm going to mark that down as a common question. When
yes,
I start
absolutely.
talking about it at about 12:35, then if there is something I haven't covered, we can then talk about those things. Is that okay
Okay,
with you?
sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds good. Shaili ji, you are an old customer. Shaili ji, how are you?
हेलो आप कैसे हो
बहुत
आई
बढ़िया.
आई थॉट यू विल रिमेम्बर मी
I do. जी.
सर तो आपको आई थिंक मैंने आपको लास्ट टाइम बताया था दैट आई मेरा वो F1 का देयर वाज दिस थिंग कि माय हस्बैंड्स ऑन H1B आई हैड अप्लाइड फॉर F1 मतलब सो वेट B2 ही वी वर बोथ ऑन B2 he had a job on H1 which he was laid off on. We
जी.
went on B2 extension. Then
Mhm.
he got H1B and I had applied for F1. I did not go to study because we had to relocate to the to the new job location. So
Okay.
So you had advised me last time. I got an RFE on my H4. Okay. So the last time you told me that you should try and go to India before the RFE date, which I'm going to do. Okay. मुझे visa appointment भी मिल गई है.
Very good.
So I'm going. बस मुझे question था कि because of this new rule, will I be affected as an H4 applicant?
No, I'll get to that. That's also a common question. Just remind me to address the H4 issue. Although I think I'll remember. But if I miss something, just remind me then. I just want to make it a generic summation.
Common thing, yeah. क्योंकि H4 के भी बहुत सवाल आएंगे आपको.
कोई बात नहीं. We'll deal with them at 12:35 in another 12 minutes.
Okay.
RKC? जी.
So एक और चीज पूछूं मैं, which is related to my husband. Layoff होने के पहले they had filed for everything I-140 and all, but I-140 हुआ नहीं था. Like just होने वाला था. 2 महीने 3 महीने बाकी थे. So now with a new employer, do they have to start the process from the beginning?
Yes, they do. One good thing though is if the employer lets the I-140 be approved and then revokes it, there's a lot of advantage to you guys because you then can get the priority date.
Okay, but उसका approve नहीं हुआ था उस time पे.
Well, he could have asked the employer. Anyways, that's gone.
Yeah, it's been a year now. But thank you. So thank you, sir. Bye. Thank you just so much. You have been, I was.
इसको आगे चलो. बाद में बात. RKC, take care. RKC, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Gigi, you are.
Yeah. So my question is, I do have like one of those common questions, so I'll just wait for it to get answered later on. So I'll ask like another very personalized question. So in that sense, so I had my H1B picked this year, and they have filed for it. And recently, they have done premium processing, like I think last Wednesday or something, probably like a week. And they've done premium processing for that. And then I was just curious because I've been checking my status, my receipt number status online, and then I was hoping that it would get updated to premium processing clock started or not. But then so far it has not. So like I'm just worried: has my employer like filed it, but then was the packet lost, or like is it anything? Because I've reached out to my lawyer about have they received any email about case being upgraded to premium processing, but then they've been busy, so I did not hear a response yet. But like I was just hoping, like on this on the USCIS change of status portal, it doesn't show anything.
No, I have the perfect pill for you. It's called the chill pill. Just chill out. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Government was never known for efficiency, and this government especially. So
okay.
Don't think that things are lost. That's one disadvantage of premium processing midstream. You just don't know what happened. You're kind of in the black hole. So, but it'll work out. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Okay.
And did not do it online. They've sent a packet through FedEx. So
that's
would
what
that
we
generally?
do. That's what we do too.
Okay, and generally, like, would you get the response in like, let's just say you have applied last Wednesday, so 2 weeks from then, or it takes like time to reach them? So, like, how long do you think I should wait? Like in my just.
Well, what can you do, right? If the lawyer says it has already been sent, lawyers don't lie. I hope they don't lie. I don't.
Yeah.
So lawyers have to be truthful. It's kind of a requirement of being a lawyer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the system is already telling us we already have almost 100 people here. So Mahimaji, why don't you go ahead? Don't ask me common questions, which we'll take in about 9 minutes about H1B, 100,000 Trump's nonsense. How does that work? So we'll get into that. Mahima, where are you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can.
So it is sort of related to the common question, but also since I have a stamping appointment next month in October and I'm planning to travel, so the decision to travel and get my H1B stamped, given that it was...
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. You are on H1B.
I got it picked and approved before September 21st this year.
Okay.
And the change of status will happen October.
I want you to hold off on that question because I want to cover it as a part of the package. Is that okay with you?
That sounds good.
Yeah. And if I forget something, as you can see, I'm a couple of years older than most of you. So if I forget something, just remind me, okay?
Okay.
Akashji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv ji. So just it's a different complication. I was on H1B. My employer A I got terminated on August 1st, and my 60-day clock is still October 1st. I got an offer on employer A, which filed on September 3rd, and I started on AC21 portability on September 10th with employer A. But what is happening, the employer A is a bit weird, and I feel it's a bit trust issue. Like I've never faced such a guy in my life, so it's very very weird. But like it's a proper job, it's a startup and everything. So, but I have another offer which got filed, which I got 2 days back, and they will also file for H1B, but my clock will run out on October 1st. The first employer, which
Yeah,
has
let me address that. So if you do a web search for H1B bridge petitions,
yes, okay,
what that tells you is this. So you have a 60-day grace period.
yes,
Employer A files for your H1B transfer within 60 days grace period.
yep.
But B files for the transfer outside the 60 days grace period. What is connecting your status to employer B is the fact that there was a 60-day status, then there is a filing by employer A, then there is a filing by employer B. So employer A is considered to be the bridge.
Okay.
If for some reason the bridge collapses, for example, if you leave them and join B, then you have to go outside for visa stamping ultimately.
Okay.
So the bridge must not collapse. If the bridge doesn't collapse, you'll be able to jump from A to B.
So I should wait for this approval. I did file premium processing on September.
No, you can get B's approval, but don't join them. The approval doesn't overrule A's approval.
Okay. The issue is I have A's H1B petition and premium processing filed on September 23rd. The issue is like that guy is never not truthful actually. So it's so
Never
basically
not truthful, double negative. That means he is truthful always. Okay.
okay. He is he's not truthful. So basically, so should I apply for B2 change of status so that I can bridge it and then take it back?
See, the problem with B2 is that if B2 is not approved, you can't get change of status. Change of status can only be given if you already have status.
Yeah, I have H1B status right now from my first employer, so I can apply by.
Yeah, but that's a bridge, right? If the bridge collapses, you are in trouble. Not
No,
trouble, you just have to go outside.
But I'm in the 60 days of my first employer.
If the employer B files within 60-day grace period, the petition must be in the hands of the USCIS.
Yeah.
Then you are fine because you can even start working with the second employer.
Okay, I think I'm not able to explain the case. Can I book in a appointment today?
Why do you want to waste money? We are here. I have already understood 3/4 of it. Just take another 10 seconds. Let's get this.
Okay.
When does your 60-day grace period end?
1st October.
1st October, which is about 6-7 days from now. Okay. And the second employer has not yet filed your H1B.
No, they have not, but they'll do the LCA, so it will cross October 1st is my case. They have to do it.
So then what I told you holds true. There's a bridge. If your bridge collapses, you'll have to go outside for visa stamping.
Okay, and my H1B is expiring on next year, September 2026.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
So okay, and the last part of the question is, in the middle, because I don't trust this particular employer, can I file for B2 change of status?
Yeah, that's not something I would recommend at this point of time.
Okay.
But if you have to, you can do it. But I don't think it's going to help you much, simply because you can't go from no status to H1B. You have to be B2 approved, only then you can go to H1B. So if you get an H1B approval with the second employer, you'll have to go outside US.
Okay, so best is to wait for employer's approval and then do
what
it.
I would do. But if you want to throw $1,000 at me, I'll take it.
Yeah, I want that mental stability.
We are right now very, very busy. I don't even know if we are taking new cases. I have to check with the team. But you don't need to do it. I really do. I don't think it's.
But if he takes my petition after 60 days off, and then I am out of status on day one that day, right?
And how is that any different than applying for a B2 and having a pending status? You still have to go outside.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Zainab ji, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I have a similar question to Mahima, that I have the H1B, and I think you are going to address it at the end of the.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Hang tight. If I miss something, remind me.
Yep.
Karthik ji, go ahead. Karthik ji. Karthik with an H.
Yeah. Hi, Rajiv ji. I actually joined from two devices and my laptop isn't working. So,
No problem.
yeah. So I was on H1B and I was laid off. I changed to B2. I actually messaged you on LinkedIn. Yeah, my B2 is getting expired on October 6th. Yeah, so I either wanted to do day one CPT or B2 extension. So what would be better in my case?
Okay. So this is my standard answer. It's a frequently asked question. Many people have asked me the same question. In this case, specifically when B2 is expiring, and in general, curricular practical training is best when you really do want to study. That should be the primary motivation. Okay. So what does that mean? Let's say I have a degree in information systems, management information systems, but I'm so interested in robotics or maybe decision sciences. I want to do a master's degree in decision sciences.
Okay.
I should be able to, in my own head and to somebody else if asked, be able to justify that this enhances my career goals.
Okay.
As long as you have that, I think CPT is the better option.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All the best, sir.
Yeah, Rajiv ji, just one question. So I'm interested in day one CPT and I have an I-20. I want to do a premium processing. Currently, the wait times are 30 days and my classes start on October 27. So should I do F1 premium processing today or should I take B2 and go for the December intake and file my.
I would go for the December intake and still do premium processing.
Oh, okay. Okay. So do I need to apply for B2 right now or do I just take the December intake and
I
file?
just double check the USCIS policy manual.
Okay.
So what you do is just Google or whatever, or Bing, whatever search engine you use. Type change of status to F1.
Okay.
Change of status to F1.
Okay.
Space site:/USCIS.gov. Okay, it's not in policy manual. I think it's in the frequently asked questions. It tells you that even if there's more than 30-day gap between the start of your semester and the approval of your F1, we don't care. We are fine.
Okay. Okay.
So,
okay. Okay, so I can stay in US even if I'm applying for the December intake.
That is correct. I want you to confirm because these guys, Trump administration has been archiving pages without telling us what the substitute policy is. Okay, Anuji, you can retire from your job because now we are not letting people in. It's 12:35. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I logged the meeting actually, so that no one
Yeah,
is.
we have like 100 people already. So
perfect.
Thank you so much for helping. I really appreciate it.
No worries. And I think I joined the meeting to ask you a question, but then I think it's already answered. So I think I don't have to really ask you.
You can drop off unless you feel like falling asleep to my voice. A lot of people do that.
No, it's very soothing actually.
That's what I have to tell you this funniest story. So my first television interview was about, I don't know, 30 years back. I appeared and it was a half hour. It wasn't an interview. It was a call-in show. People asked me questions and they hung up. We were done with that and I drove back, stopped by a friend's house to have a cup of tea with her. And I found her fast asleep on her living room sofa and she had a recording of my conversation on. So I said to her, I said, what kind of behavior is this, man? You have put my interview on and you're sleeping. She says, it's the most boring thing in the world. The moment I turn this on, I fall asleep. So yes, if you want to take a nap, by all means, stay online.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Let's start with Vikramji. Let me just cover the part that is for everyone. And Shreyaji, ask me any follow-up questions. Let's begin with what we know about that $100,000. Again, nonsense comes to mind. I keep saying that, but it's a reality. So first of all, the proclamation was written so poorly that government has been scrambling to tell us, don't believe or look at what we wrote. Look only at our explanations. Okay, why do I say that? One of the glaring, obvious problems with the proclamation is it uses two words: seeking entry. Those seeking entry on H-1B, and they give the section 204, whatever, INA 201 point whatever. Okay. Seeking entry, by its plain language, means I am not in the United States. I'm entering the United States. Ergo, the natural derivative of that written proclamation is anybody who's in the United States should not be subject to the $100,000 fine. And in some ways, it makes sense because we're just trying to stop more people from coming in. We're not trying to take away the livelihood of those who are here or the opportunity to work in the United States for those who are here. But that is not definitive. We don't know yet. There's a lot we have not been told. So if you go to my blog on immigrationdotcom or the shorter version on my LinkedIn articles, you'll see the bottom lines of why I think this is so messed up. The only thing that has been made clear is that if your petition, H-1B petition, was approved or pending, or visa was approved or pending on September 21st, you are not subject to the additional fees. Second thing that has been made clear is if you do, and they call it a weird name. I don't know if we use that name. I don't know, whatever they call it. But the extension, if you get extension, you have it for 3 years, you get 3 more years, you are not subject to the $100,000 fine. What do we not know? We don't know if somebody goes from H1 to B and back to H1, does it apply? I don't think it should. It would be crazy to apply that. What if I change employers? Should it apply? I don't think it should. It'll be crazy to apply that. Does it apply if I'm a physician? And there's all kinds of rules for that. 4, does it apply if I'm working for a nonprofit research or a nonprofit organization? We don't know. Does it apply if I'm working in the university? We don't know. So there is so much we don't know. Somebody had asked a question about H4. Forgive me, I don't remember your name. I'm terrible with names. Most days I can't remember my own. So H4 people, if an H4 goes for visa stamping, is that a problem? Why should it be? Even though the language of the regulation is so poorly, or not the regulation, the proclamation is so poorly worded, that it refers to the section in Immigration and Nationality Act, which deals with the entire H universe. It doesn't distinguish between H1 and H4. Okay. So do I recommend people to go traveling if they have or they had their petition already approved on September 21st? Absolutely. Because you are not covered according to the interpretation of the CBP, the USCIS, as well as State Department. Okay. And the proclamation by itself says so. So this is something we have clear. H4 are okay. But if the 100,000 applies to the H1, what does the H4 do? We don't know the answer to that question. So H4 are okay if the H1 is exempt. But what if the H1 got approved on September 22nd? Can the H4 be free to go? I don't know the answer to that question. If it was approved, H1 was approved before September 21st, no problem. Or even pending before September 21st. Okay. So did I miss anybody's question? Please go ahead and unmute yourself and tell me.
Hi, Rajiv. I have a question. So, in situation we travel to India, which is allowed if we already have H1B petition approved. But in event of layoff while in India, does H1B transfer outside India actually will require the new fees?
My best guess, no. Do we know it for sure? No. And the horrible thing about the way they are handling this is we are all waiting. And I'm telling people, hey guys, if you get an H-1B approval without the $100,000 penalty, please let me know. So we are actually waiting for people to become guinea pigs before we know what the consequences are. And the way I look at it, what does the employer have to lose? They can apply for the H-1B. And if they say, you've got to give $100,000, you can say, fine, I'm not giving it. I withdraw my petition. Okay.
Okay. And just one thing to clarify, H-1B transfer is a new petition, right? For sure.
Why is it a new petition? That's what I don't understand. To me, it is not.
Okay.
I've heard other lawyers posit that maybe it's a new petition. I'm not sure I understand the logic. But remember, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. There are other people who are smarter than me, or at least as smart as I am, I hope. I don't see, I would think of it a transfer, an extension, an amendment, all of them as being the same bag, which is exempt from the 100,000 fee.
Okay, irrespective of whether you are in India or United States.
I don't think that should make a difference.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Rajiv,
Ji, Shreya ji, who's Tejaswini? Is that you?
no, oh, Tejaswini, go ahead.
Yeah, let's
Just
go
a
with Tejaswini
question.
and then
Hi,
we go.
Rajiv.
Ji.
So I have a question. I just graduated in May. I have a job offer in my hand. I just got 2 days back, and I have my joining date on 7th of October next month. But there's a family emergency in India right now, and I'm under process of background check. So is it safe for me to go back and come?
Are you going on OPT, STEM OPT? Are you going on
Yes,
H1? Oh,
STEM
OPT.
OPT.
So that's a different question. Please don't ask me anything unrelated to H1B that we just talked about. I'll
Okay.
answer your question. People are traveling on OPT, STEM OPT. But guys, don't ask me that question right now. Only thing I want you to do, Tejaswini ji, is, and this is also for all students. This is also a very common question. Can I travel? Yes, you can travel. I have a kind of a, what do they call it? Like a mind map. Okay.
Huh.
I have it on my LinkedIn. I did that 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Also on my blog, which talks about what are the various conditions under which you can travel. In addition to that, whatever it says, you should also make sure that you have proof of status. For example, transcripts. If you were
Okay.
working, proof that you have W-2s and your pay stubs for the cover.
I do not have anything like that. I just graduated.
But you haven't started your OPT yet?
No, I have started OPT. I have a letter of my professor as a research assistant, but
Oh, that should be fine. As long as you have a letter and it says 20 hours working in your own field, and when you come back, you'll have the same job. That's fine.
okay. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Best of luck with your family
Thank you.
emergency. All right. So, Shreyaji, go ahead. What are the follow-up questions on this?
Yes, sir. So,
Rajiv ji.
One second. Let me talk with Shreyaji. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Who is this? Who was talking to me?
Tarun.
Tarun. Okay, Tarunji, I'll get back. Shreyaji, go ahead.
sir,
Yes, please.
I think my question is pretty much the same, but a little bit nuanced. So right now, we don't know what's going to happen to F1 students in the US. But in case it does become applicable to them, they will only be in trouble once they get their stamping done in India and then try to get back to US. Is my understanding correct?
No, I think the petition will not be approved without the 100,000.
Okay, but because it's the proclamation says that onshore petitions it doesn't apply.
That's what they say. But remember what I told you in the beginning? They're saying, don't read what we said, read what we are explaining.
Okay, so up until now, international students were just thinking that it would just be a problem if they try to re-enter after getting the stamping done. Meaning, lots of people were talking about this. They were saying that if we don't travel at all, that means we stay in the US as a prisoner for life until we're on H-1B, we'll be safe. But now we understand
Yeah,
that
I didn't read the material like that. I'll double check it. If I find that there is some room for that argument, I will post it on LinkedIn and social media.
Okay.
And of course, I'll tag you in that.
Okay, sounds good. So right now, on both accounts, we are unsure that even while filing the petition, it can be applied to you, and even while re-entering if you're on F1.
Not on F1, if you are going on H1.
Yeah, right. Like currently, if you're an F1 and then if your H1 gets approved, it can possibly be applied to you like the fee on both accounts. So
It can be filed when you file the petition, not just when you enter the US. However, if they say what they read or what they wrote, which is people seeking entry, then we should be okay, right? Because we're already here.
But then because F1 to H1B is essentially a change of status, so not a new application. I also read somewhere that only becomes a new application once you get the stamping done. So if you get the stamping done and it's a new application, then entering, so okay.
Part of the reason this is so confusing is because the terminology used in that proclamation is obviously used by somebody who has no idea what immigration is. Okay. For example, if they say seeking entry and they say seeking admission, these are two different things. Change of status can be admission, right?
Yeah.
But if you're coming from outside the US only, then you are seeking entry. At least that's the way I understand it.
Okay.
But to me, the reason for so much confusion is that the language used was fuzzy. That's not the language we should be using. So we have to wait and watch. And government has been, it's almost like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand does. Because USCIS is an expert. So is State Department. So is CBP. If they gave us an explanation that says, let's lay all these issues to rest, that's the end of the story. But nobody wants to offend His Highness simply because, actually, even when you look at Trump's own announcement, which he so proudly made, it was quite obvious he has no idea what he's signing. Even to a layperson, it was quite obvious. He's asking around, is that what we are doing? Okay. So we are dealing with a very uncertain situation. I would say don't make plans. Within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we should have clarity.
Okay.
And once they get sued, all of a sudden we'll have a lot of clarity very quickly. Okay, that's the way it works with the government. All right. Anything else, Rajiv, on this issue?
I don't think so, but questions are just coming to me. So if I get anything, I'll ask a follow-up.
Yeah, of course. Just unmute yourself.
I have a follow-up question.
मैं तरुण जी के पास पहले. Tarun ji, is that you talking?
No.
No, Rajiv ji, I'm Tarun.
Yeah, let me go with Tarun ji first, and then any follow-up questions, we'll deal with them one by one. Okay?
Okay.
Tarun ji, go ahead, please.
Rajiv ji, thanks for the opportunity. So my case, like it looks similar, but it stands a little unique. So actually, I'm on my STEM OPT right now, working in a pharma industry, and my STEM is expiring in the month of May 2026.
Okay.
And I'm just wondering if like as you answered, we are still uncertain about the 100,000 fee applying. So I was just wondering, like, is there like I've been hearing about the rumors of the duration of stay also, saying that you cannot do the same level of masters.
Yeah, well, that's pending. That's not a regulation yet. That's a proposal.
Okay.
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 Couple of things I want to point out to everyone who's here. Remember, this regulation does not stop you, or this 100,000 does not stop you from other types of visas that could also be work visas, curricular practical training. But of course, if the student regulations are finalized, then we have to look at those regulations, what they say. It doesn't stop you from O1A. If you are an exceptionally smart person, I don't think I would qualify for O1A, but if you have that kind of a background, you could qualify. O1As are not subject to this problem. People from Australia, Australian citizens, E3s are not subject to this problem. TNs are not subject to the problem, Canadian citizen. Singapore H1s, is it Chile? I think it's Chile H1s, H1B1s, I think they're called. So many of these are not subject to, but then again, I don't know how they are going to interpret it. So bottom line is, there is a lot not known. The good thing is yours is good till May next year. So by that time, we'll have clarity for sure.
Okay. And one last question, Rajiv ji. Sorry for that. But like, if there will be any law, like as you mentioned, if there will be any lawsuits filed against this proclamation, like what will be the expected consequences? Like, will there be amendments for the bill, or?
So this is the way it works. Legally, the biggest problem this proclamation has is it's trying to rewrite laws written by Congress. And that's not the domain of the president. There's a separation of powers. President has his own domain. Okay. President is the strongest when people are trying to enter the United States. So if he said anybody who seeks entry cannot come until they go through the $100,000, it'll be difficult to overrule him. Okay. But people who are already here, to dislodge them would be a lot more difficult. So that is what is going on underneath it all. The way I looked at it, what they did was this, and I'm not a conspiracy buff, but this is quite obvious even to me. First, they tried to stop all the people from coming in. And then they started this weighted average system for wages for people who are already here and going through the lottery. Okay, remember, the weighted average lottery does not apply to people who are not going through lottery. So if you are doing an H-1B transfer extension, you are still back with the old rules. Okay, so it appears to me that they were trying to circumvent Congress any which way they could, because they could never get this action out of Congress. This is too controversial. I talked with a very firmly Republican businessman yesterday, and he's been a Trump supporter for 8-10 years, and he couldn't believe the nonsense and very upset. He was going to call his congressman's office. I said, well, every little bit helps, but I'm not sure we are getting anywhere. Somebody asked me, one of the journalists, what is going on? I said, I think it's basically another way to apply pressure on Modi ji for India to bend. And also, it looks good politically for Trump. So that's pretty much it. And if it destroys the economy, so be it. So let's see what they do. Okay. Who was the next person with a question?
Thank you so much, Rajiv ji.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Any related question?
Raju, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can, Sid. Sure, I'll come to you.
Yeah. So you mentioned that that transfers, as per your experience and knowledge.
My interpretation. My interpretation. Whatever that is worth.
The transfers, amendments, extensions should not be liable.
Extensions, so they've said already. It's in writing.
Okay. And how about concurrent H-1B filings? Will that be considered as a new petition?
We don't know yet. I don't think they are. In my mind, they are the same bag as amendments. They're the same bag as extensions.
Okay. So in worst case, if one files, then one will get an RFE stating to pay. And in that case, one can withdraw the concurrent filing.
They are not going to send black-booted, jack-booted Nazis to your home to shoot you down. All you just withdraw your H-1B. So what? Don't approve it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Raju, sir, I have a question.
Roshanji, 1 second. Let me go to Shreya. I want her to. Yeah, go ahead, Shreyaji.
So my next question is about the impact of the fee if and when it does get applied. Do we have a sense of how it may be distributed? Like we know so far that the employer is supposed to absorb the cost. Like in बाद में it can somehow directly or indirectly get passed on to the employee as well, right?
Actually, that would be illegal. There are Department of Labor regulations that say all H-1B expenses are the proud property of the employer. If they try to recover that directly or indirectly from the employee, they could be in a lot of trouble. I've seen companies close down because they try to recover expenses.
Okay. But then they would have to adhere to some salary benchmarking that they've been following, or like how would we regulate something like that? Because the company could just maybe tomorrow Amazon could just say that I was paying the software engineer $250K, now I'm going to be paying them 200, and that could be interpreted as them directly paying or indirectly paying for it. But we can't really make that argument, right? Because nothing is for sure.
Okay. So the regulations that cover H-1Bs are multiple pages long, and so dense that they are almost as effective as putting you to sleep as my voice. Okay. First time they came out many years ago, I think it was back in 2000, maybe earlier than that. I remember locking myself up in a room and I read through those regulations for about 30 hours. And I'm a very fast reader. Department of Labor regulations, Department of State regulations, USCIS regulations, the statute, read all of them. And I realized a lot of them make no sense. So here's how it works. What is the salary that should be paid to the employee? The higher of the prevailing wage or the actual wage. The easiest way to understand actual wage is what I pay other people similarly situated. Okay. So if my software engineer 3 is making 250, I can't pay my software engineer 3 that I'm hiring on H1B less than that. Yeah. However, I can create new categories. That's perfectly within my bounds. Yeah. So it's not as simple as that. And the Department of Labor could always question if it's more of a mirage than the truth. Yeah. So it's not going to be that easy to pass it on to the employee. I'm not worried about that.
Okay. And my other question is about one other unintended or intended consequence of this fee. I'm interpreting it as the job opportunities for especially fresh grads and people with fewer than 2 years of experience, those job opportunities further dwindling.
Yes.
Even compared to today. And it's been on the downtrend ever since I graduated as well. A few of the people, even from my batch, actually went back to India because the market was not favorable. And I see that happening more and more. And I've been getting a lot of questions as part of Project Vasicum where people are asking whether it would be wise to relocate or to come to the US in the first place if they have fewer years of experience. And I've been telling them, quite frankly, I've been telling them no ever since I graduated because it's just the trend that I've been seeing. And I feel like it's going to continue and even more strongly, it's going to reflect in the job market. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I said the same thing in the Trump administration the first time around. Trump part 1. Yeah. I said, look, if you value education in the United States and the lifestyle and take a chance with a career, come to the US. But if you want a career, then under Trump, USA is not the place.
Right. Yeah.
It depends upon what your focus is. There may be a chance at a career because remember, there are cap exempt H1Bs, plenty of them.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, the data is that there are far more cap exempt H1Bs than cap H1Bs.
Yeah.
So therefore, the ultimate decision that is to be made is, do I want this education? Do I want this lifestyle? And then I want a chance at a career, if at all possible. Then come, otherwise don't. Not worth it.
Yeah, makes sense. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not very smart, but this is even obvious to somebody like me. I kind of look at it, yeah.
I think you're pretty smart. Look at the number of people listening to you for
Well,
hours.
that's because, I guess that's because they are probably all of them are sleeping, I think.
Rajivji, I have a follow-up question on
Hello, Rajiv.
the cap exempt.
Cap exempt. Go ahead. I hear you.
Yes. So my employer was filing for my H1B cap exempt H1B on this Friday on the day when the news broke out. And so my STEM mobility expires on 2026 May, and then this thing happened. Currently, my employers are moving forward with the application as normal, meaning they're not looking forward to pay any $100,000 fee on that.
Give me 1 second. I want to clarify something. So it's obviously you won the lottery, right?
No, I am subject to cap exempt H1B.
Cap exempt. Yeah, it'll be an interesting experiment. I know a lot of people who are doing cap exempt and saying, we'll see what happens, which is a good thing because what does the employer have to lose? The filing fees or the attorney's fees. They're not required to pay 100,000. So please let me know how it goes. Okay, I'll be most interested.
Right, and I guess a follow-up question is,
Sangeet, 1 second. You're connected with me on LinkedIn, right?
I am, sir.
Okay, yeah, just drop me a message, okay?
Of course. Can I ask you a follow-up question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess the follow-up question. Yeah, the follow-up question is, do we have a clarity on, whether this status change from STEM OPT to H-1B exempt is going to be processed as normal, or is it still falling under the gray area right now?
Status change from F1 to H-1B?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I said, right? We don't really know, because if you look at proclamation, it says seeking entry. Well, you're not seeking entry. You may be seeking admission, but you're not seeking entry. So I don't know what they are thinking.
So it's more like a wait and watch situation right now.
Then watch. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Raju sir, I have a
Haji
question.
Roshni. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes, so I have unused H-1B left for 4 years. From out of total 6, I left US in 2023, and currently I'm in the discussion with my former employer to get the work opportunity. So I'm wondering if my former employer would subject to pay the 100,000, or this petition will be considered as a renewal since it's with the old employer.
Look at the language. It says if your case was previously approved, and you should not be subject to that. Okay. But they are telling us, don't look at what we have written, look at what we are explaining. So I don't know what they're going to explain about these types of cases. To me, this case should not be subject to the 100,000. Okay.
Okay, so I can still go ahead and let them know that we can process.
Roshni, what do you have to lose? I mean, maximum they'll say, no, we are not going to do it.
Okay,
So-
because I'm outside of the US, so
what?
I feel like.
So what? You are also exempt because your case was approved before September 21st.
Okay.
You
Okay,
see,
because
that overrides that outside USA issue.
okay, I'm just getting confused because it's not written
there's no confusion.
clearly.
This is not a confusing thing. I'll tell you why. There are two choices, but two ways to apply. You are outside USA or inside USA. This is a decision tree. So first, are you outside USA? Are you inside USA? If you are outside USA, was your petition pending or approved before September 21st? If yes, then you should not be subject to the 100,000. But what if I have a gap? 4 years gap, 5 years gap? I would say it's still the same thing. You can't arbitrarily create these rules as you go along. You'll get sued on that. Okay. So,
Okay, so
bottom
my
line is, if you're
my
going to
application.
test, if you're going to test this, it's a good way to test it.
Yeah, so sorry, I just was not sure if I explained you well. My petition was approved back in 2021, and I left the US after that, after doing
But did
job.
you ever activate the petition? Did you get a change of status? Did you join the employer? What did you do?
So when my application approved, yes, I joined the employer.
Yeah. So
and after 1.5 years being employed with them, I left the
yeah, you
US
said you had
because
4 years left.
yes,
that meant you were here for 2 years.
yes, I was here for 2 years.
You're fine, Roshni ji. Yeah. I got it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Raju ji. Thank you.
Best of luck.
Raju ji,
Thank you.
I have the follow-up.
Anuja was talking. Let's talk to Anja. Then let's talk to Ketaki. And then there was a
Rajiv ji, this is Sirisha.
and Sirisha also.
Sir, I
Anja,
am also in the queue.
अरे भाई आप लोग तो बड़े जालिम हो यार. Let's just deal with everyone one by one. Hopefully I'll be able to cover most of the people. Otherwise I'll try to get you on Saturday. Anuja ji, you go first.
Hey, hi, thank you for the opportunity. My question is a little different from H1B because I'm sorry for the background noise, I'm outside. I am on F1 STEM OPT right now, and my passport was stolen when I was on a work trip to California. So I got my passport and everything, but new passport, but I don't have the stamp there. So my question is related to traveling. I want to get a new F1 stamp from India. So is it safe to go and get this stamp? Because my question is, if I don't get it stamped.
Anuja ji, please don't ask me any questions not related to H1, the 100,000 right now. Okay, let's finish that discussion first.
It is actually, it's not related to 100,000, but it's like if I
Okay,
don't
let's
have
not argue what it is related to. Let's just my word for it. Okay. It's not related.
Okay.
It's not related, but I'll give you the answer. Let's not do that, guys. Let's be disciplined about this. Whoever is unmuted, please mute yourself. There's noise in the background. So the way it works is, if you lose your passport, the only way to get the visa back is to go apply again. When you apply again, you are running the same risk that you did the first time around. As long as you're comfortable with that, go for it. Okay. So yeah, anybody has H1B follow-up questions? Ketakiji, you had a question?
I have, sir.
I do, but it's more so related to the
I'll get
wage
back to the lineup
distribution.
once
So
we're
you
done.
can go ahead with others for
Yeah.
now.
Rajiv ji,
Sirisha
Sirisha, yeah. Rajiv ji, thanks for getting back to me. I was previously on H1B and I got laid off. And I'm planning to take a day one CPT now. And if I get a job, can I do a change of status to H1B? And if I change, will this new fee be applicable in my
I
case?
don't think it will be because you had a petition approved before September 21st. But again, remember in the beginning, we talked about, we don't really know to whom these fees apply. Do they apply to transfers? We don't yet know. But I would guess that it should not apply to you.
Okay. Are there any other risks associated with this, like changing again back to H1B from day one CPT?
Not at all. What is the risk? They can ask you, are you maintaining status? Have you been attending classes? That's normal.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rajiv ji, in
Hello,
your
sir.
experience, is
I have a
anyone
follow-up.
is there anything happening like lawsuits or things like that?
Yeah,
Because
I heard a couple of lawyers were going forward with lawsuits, so we'll see.
okay, and I had a follow-up question. So I was on day one CPT and my H1B got picked and approved this year, and I was planning to travel mid of October for stamping. What would be your suggestion if I should be for travel or no?
Did you get a change of status?
My change of status will happen on October 1st, and I'm yeah.
Plan on travel after October 1st. At least get 1 or 2 pay stubs before you go.
So my so I got stamping date for 22nd of October. I would have.
That's
Okay.
fine. Even if you have 1 or 2 pay stubs, I think we are okay.
Okay, and would they ask me anything related to CPT?
Oh, they can ask you anything. Remember, everyone here, just remember, whenever you have any interaction with the government, there are only 3 rules, very simple rules. Satyameva Jayate. Always be truthful. Even when you think it's going to hurt you, you be truthful. Number 2, never ever hesitate to say, I don't know or I don't remember. This is not a school exam, any government interaction. Third thing, never answer a question, never sign a document that you don't understand.
Okay.
Simple rules. Tell the truth. I don't know, I don't remember, I don't understand.
Okay. And from school, I just need to, like from my second master's, I just need to travel, just need to take my I-20s? Or do I need to have...
for international travel and proof that you've been maintaining status?
Like transcripts and things
Oh, no,
like
you
that.
are on H1B. October 1st onwards, you just need your change of status. You don't need an I-20 from the school.
Okay, I was just wondering because for like I started my day one CPT in January this year, and
You
would
can
they
bring
be...
your transcripts with you.
Okay.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Who was the
Rajiv
next?
ji, I had
Rajiv ji, I had a follow-up question.
Now we
I have
have
a
to balance
follow-up
with a couple of guys, man. Women rule, but come on, let's be fair to the guys. Varunji, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you. I had a related question to the day one CPT, what S. Shrishti had just mentioned. I am currently on STEM OPT, which expires in February 2026. My original plan was to use day one CPT as a fallback option and start in January 2026 when I could cancel my OPT and go to CPT to continue my employment. However, given the proposal, the F1 rule changes currently in the commenting phase, I was concerned about the impacts on day one CPT programs, and I was thinking, should I just start in October 2025, so ending my OPT earlier than necessary, so that I'm grandfathered in under the current rules and I'm protected from any new restrictions or bans that might take effect later?
Yeah, I think that is a good idea, but let's wait. I don't know if they are going to extend the 30-day. I think the 30-day ends on September 29th, if I remember correctly. So I would wait till September 29th or 30th before I make a decision, because they might extend another 30 days.
Okay, but regardless if they do extend the commenting period or not, do you think it is a better idea to be grandfathered in under the current
Yes.
rules and
Yeah.
end my OPT earlier in October instead of Jan when I was thinking, so that I'm safe regardless of what happens later?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That's a good way of thinking. You guys are so smart, man.
Rajivji,
Rajivji, I
one
have
question
one
on
No,
H1B.
guys first. Now this time it's guy. Couple of guys first. Anji. Say,
Raj,
no, who's got their hand up? I don't see. No?
I
I had a
got my
question on
hand up
H1B.
once.
Rajivji, I have a
Hey
question
guys,
related.
let's stick to the H1B, the 100,000 thing first. When that discussion has exhausted, then we'll take questions in turn. Okay?
Rajivji, I have
Follow
a
up on
question on
H1B.
H1B 100K. Oops,
Okay,
sorry.
tell you what, this is what we'll do. You guys unmute yourselves and I'll pick the person who's they log the earliest. So unmute yourself if you want to say something. But don't say anything.
Hello, sir. I also have question on 100K.
Ma'am, I didn't ask you to speak. Varaji, go ahead. Vara.
Hi, Rajivji, do you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead, please. Rest of you mute yourselves again,
Hi.
please.
So I recently got approved for H1B. It was before September 21st, and I was actually going to receive an offer letter from some company last week, but since this got released, they are taking a back step and thinking twice about extending the offer or not, because they are thinking they would be accounted for the 100K. So I'm just trying to explain them that I don't come under that category. So I was just curious, like when would we get clarity on all these gray areas in any case?
Nobody knows, ma'am. I wish I could tell you. It's very frustrating, but we are all dealing with it. So sit tight, hopefully soon, but I don't know when.
Okay, and there's another follow-up question, and that's about like if I get an offer letter, and since my H1B is going to be active from October 1st, my last day with the current company is going to be on October 8th. So if everything goes well this weekend and if I receive the offer, I was just thinking like which one could be a better way? Should I ask them to have a start date before October 1st or after October 1st, since I won't be getting any pay stub with the current company? So
This is a very confusing narrative. I'm not sure I understood it.
Okay.
I'm confused. So the company that processed or that is going to process your H1B, are you joining them or not joining them?
So my current company, so they applied for my petition and I got approval, but I'm getting laid off from them on October 8th.
So this is a very, very frequently asked question. I've talked about it many times before. I'll say it again. There is a gradation of safety. Safest, you actually work for the employer after October 1st for a few periods. Less safe, you try to transfer your H1B before October 1st, but you never worked for the sponsoring employer. However, they don't revoke your H1B before October 1st. I think it's still a very iffy situation, but marta kya na karta, right? You can try that. The least safe is when you try to transfer a petition that's going to get revoked before October 1st. I've known people 2 years later, USCIS says, oh, wait a minute, we approved your transfer by mistake. Your petition was revoked by our employer before October 1st. So that's kind of the grade. Okay. That's what you're looking at. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
The best. Anyone? Arun, you had something to say about the H1B side?
No, Rajiv, sir, this is a L1 question. I can wait. Yeah.
Acha, please mute yourself because we'll deal with them as much as I can. I was hoping to do it in 1 hour, but let's see what happens. Any questions related to the 100,000?
I do have a question.
I do have.
Okay, just unmute yourself. I'll just go over see who's the first. RTB, you had a question?
Yes.
Please mute.
Hi, Rajiv. I have like two questions. Like, uh, one is like I came here in March, and after that, my employer marketed my profile for 2 months, and after that, they asked me to leave. I'm planning to file a DOL. I found a new employer.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I have a question for you. You said
Yes.
you came on an
Yes.
H1B?
H1B.
Okay. All right. So you are filing a
And
Department of Labor complaint, wage and
yeah,
hour.
yes, and yes, I know the process also. But
Good.
before that, my present employer actually filed the transfer process, and it is under the process. So can I file the DOL process so that can the
You are kind
DOL
of
people
sneaking
know?
your question in. Remember, I told everybody to talk only about the 100,000 first.
Oh, okay, I have like that question also. So
Yeah,
okay.
please don't do that, guys. It's just not nice. Let me focus the discussion, and then we can talk about the other questions if we have time. And if we don't, I'll try to get you in on a Saturday or Sunday whenever I get a little bit of time. Okay. So go ahead, RTB, since you unmuted yourself. Let's finish this. So,
So actually, I'm planning to file the DOL, right? So my question is, if after filing that one, can they know my present work status?
can they know my present? Who's they?
DOL who are working for my wages.
How does it matter?
So
Obviously, no, that's not an issue that you should worry about. You file your complaint and you have a reason that you can't produce pay stubs because the employer never paid you. Okay.
okay.
And what is the second question?
Second question is like my visa was approved on 2024 H1B visa, and I came here in 2025, and it is expiring in 2026, and I have to extend my visa. So is that $100,000
We already
applicable
covered
for
that.
me?
We said if you have an approved petition, I don't think you have to worry. Okay.
Okay, is this applicable for the dependent H4 also, or?
Yes. Whatever happens to H1 happens to H4.
Okay.
Okay. All the best.
Okay. Thank
Yeah. Hey guys, let's stick to the
Rajivji, I
100,000.
have one.
Sir, I have a
Rajivji,
question.
I have a question on the
Give me one
Maybe a
second.
follow-up on
H4 to.
H1B.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. What you do is you unmute yourselves so I can see who logged in first. I'll go to them first. When I pick somebody, please mute yourselves again. Hopefully, we'll cover everybody that way. So please unmute if you have a question on 100,000.
Yeah.
Yes, Rajivji.
Just unmute. Don't talk. I'll pick you. Okay. Renuji.
Thanks, Rajivji. I am currently on H4 EAD and my H1B was recently approved. Supposed to start from October 1st, but my hello.
Ganeshji, mute yourself. Everybody, stay muted, please. Okay. Renuji, go ahead.
So it's supposed to start from October 1st, but I recently laid off and my employer is planning to withdraw H1B
I've
before
already
1st of
answered this.
October.
I've already answered this question. The one previously I answered, what is the safest and what is the least safe? You can listen to the recording. It will be on our YouTube channel.
Okay, no, I just wanted to ask if will I be liable to pay any fees or penalties for $100, 100K in
I
future?
already talked about that as well, Renuji. So
Okay.
just listen to the recording. Actually, most of our videos have the AI thing. You can just ask, where is the discussion on this issue? And it'll bring you to the time point.
Okay, I guess I joined late. Sorry for that.
No worries. All right, unmute yourselves if you have the $100,000 question. I'll pick you up from the line.
Rajivji,
Zoom user, go ahead. Rest of you mute. Zoom user, go ahead, please. Zoom user, you called yourself Zoom user. I don't know who you are, sir or ma'am.
Hello.
Zoom user. Okay. I'm going to mute you because I don't think you have a question. I'll let TM, go ahead, please.
Hi Rajivji, I know you have already answered that if your petition is approved before September 21, you are all good to travel.
Hello.
Hello. Can you?
Zoom user, stop. Somebody else. talking.
Is the
Just hold,
TM here? Yeah.
yeah, hold on. So who's talking?
I was told, yeah.
Rajiv Ji is a TM here. That's where you call. So.
Hello, can you hear me?
Don't behave like children, guys. We're all grown-ups here. Well, I am. I don't know about you guys. Who was the lady who was talking to me?
I was the one.
TM. So TM,
Yes.
keep going.
So I know you already answered that all the approved petition before September 21 can travel as per usual. Do you have any of your clients or anybody who have reached out who successfully entered with a stamping, or just looking for some data points who are like all
Absolutely.
good to travel?
Absolutely. I have a bunch of messages from people because I asked the community, guys, if you let me know, I can share it with other people also. A lot of people. In fact, on 21st morning itself, one guy very kindly DM'd me on LinkedIn, said, Rajiv, I just entered. The only question they asked me was, are you bringing any food? Another guy from O'Hare said, the only question they asked me, are you bringing any food? I said, are these guys looking for parathas or what? What's going on? That's the weirdest.
Okay, that's a good thing. I have one other question. For the transfers and for the H1 transfer, it is still a bit unclear. Like they said that you should be all good, but then there are still some gaps there. Are we just gonna wait and see how people, like how companies react to when they file for people's petition, or will there be any amendments or any clarity given by them to this proclamation?
I don't think so. I don't think that this administration is being terribly proactive. Perhaps deliberately, but I do not know the answer to that question, how long. But ultimately, it will be revealed. There's no question about that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Again, we are focusing on the 100,000. Please unmute, but don't talk, because I'll pick you up. AH, go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv Ji. So I was on H1B, got from October 2024, was laid off in Jan. I moved to B2, but unfortunately couldn't secure a job. So I moved to India. I have a few interviews lined up, a few in final stages. So does this 100K apply to me if they're going to?
I said that before. I don't think people like you who already had an approval before September 21st should be subjected to this. I keep saying nonsense, but you know what I mean. Okay. So,
and I don't have an H1B stamp. I'm sorry. I don't have an H1B stamp.
Yeah,
so
it
would that
doesn't
be a
matter
problem?
because, see, hold on. So you get converted to H1B in one of the two ways. Either you get a change of status, which is what you got. October 1st, you became H1B. Or if you did consular processing or you were outside the US, you get converted to H1B, two steps. First, you get your visa stamp. Then you enter the US. When you enter the US, now you are now admitted as H1B.
Okay.
You're inside the US, all you need is change of status.
Okay. I'm currently outside, so I will have to go for consular processing.
That's right.
So,
but you still have petition approved. What triggers your protection is the petition approval.
okay. But there's no clarity that they have provided on that, right? It's just a consideration that we
It's
have.
just one small lawyer sitting in a big town telling you. That's what I think.
Okay, Rajivji. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. So, okay, again, unmute yourselves. 100,000. I see a lot of people. Wow. This line is full of questions. So I have Ganesh, then Aswad, then Krishna, and then Pragya, then Tushar, then Rahul, then Mahima. अरे आप लोग क्या plan बना के आए थे? Okay. So Aswad ji, you go first.
Hello, Ji. I had actually two questions regarding the 100,000 thing. One is regarding my approval notice. So my H1B got approved in July 28th, but I haven't received my approval notice yet. I'm going to India in November. We have also raised a service request. I am not sure what is the turnaround time on that. And second thing is, I'm not sure if I should travel without the approval notice. What do you?
No, why? Approval notice is not a plane that you're going to fly home on. Approval notice can be mailed to you, or actually look at the approval notice. Okay, a lot of people have this question. Do I have to carry my original 797A? The answer is no. Read the 797A. It says the top part, original should be kept by the employer, copy should be given to you. The bottom part, which is the I-94, original should be given to you, Copy should be kept by the employer.
But I don't have both in this case.
Hey,
I'm
bhai
still.
sahab, wo aapko, they can send it, they can just send you a soft copy because all you need is a copy. I-94 you no longer need because you're outside the US.
I'm inside the US actually, but
You're traveling, huh? Ja rahe ho aap.
yeah, I'm traveling to India for my stamping. That's what
No,
I'm
your
saying.
question was, can I travel without the approval? My answer is yes.
But I need to go for my stamping also. Sorry. Yeah.
It's still the same answer. You can go with just a copy, or actually they should have a copy of the approval anyway because it's uploaded to their cloud.
So you're saying once it is approved, they would have a copy in their immigration
One
team
can
would have a
certainly
copy
hope
of
so.
the.
Not always, but that's what they're supposed to do. So Asaji, if you want to wait, that's your call. You don't have to. All right. Let me move on.
Okay. Thank you.
All the best. Krishnaji, you had your hand up. Go ahead. 100,000. That's what I want.
Yeah, thank you, Rajuji. Quick scenario is a Canadian citizen have been on H1, I-140 was approved, and then subsequently, because it was after 6 years of H1, the new H1B stamp was there on Canadian passport with 3 years. So that's basically
You can't have a stamp. Canadian citizens are actually not even given a stamp.
Yeah, but when I moved in after my H1 extension and I-140, they did put a stamp, say the valid up to 3 years of H1, basically, end of 27.
That's not a visa stamp. That is the stamp at the border, right?
Right, at the border.
Not a visa stamp.
Right, yeah, at the border. And then my job loss happened, and I am in Canada. I have other employer who is looking to give an offer to it. Now, my question would be that will they have to pay 100,000
I don't
or
think,
because
Krishnaji, there was some debate about Canadians being in the unique situation. They don't even need a visa. It doesn't matter. I think what triggers your protection is the petition approval. I think you'll be okay, but can I guarantee it? No, sir, I cannot.
Okay. So petition, even if I had with a previous employer, but because I was counted against the lottery quota once.
No, not the law. It's not lottery is a separate issue. It's because your petition was pending or approved before September 21st.
With a different employer, not this new employer.
It doesn't matter. That's what I said,
Got it.
That's my interpretation. That's where I think we're headed. Okay?
Sure. And as a plan B, basically it says there is exemptions. And so this is for the research or chemical.
So we don't know yet what are exemptions, what are national interest waiver exemptions. So.
Okay. Then the third thing, if I travel as a TN, but I don't know with I-140 approved, how the TN would be seen.
Well, there is a ruling, if I remember correctly, from, is it BIA or I don't know whom, which said just because I-140 is approved is not a ground for denial of TN. But I think they'll deny your TN. Okay. All the best.
So I should not travel.
Yes, sir. I have to move on, please. Sure. Yeah, let's keep moving quickly. Ganeshji, did you have a question on 100,000?
Yes, sir. I'm in fact his wife. Asked me a question on behalf of him. So he works in a CAP exempt university, and actually he and his employer were talking about filing S1B next month, and he's now working in STEM OPT. He has 1 year left for that. So is it a good time for the employer to file H1B in this very situation?
No, we don't really know what's going to happen even to CAP exam. So we are trying to get some clarification. Okay. A lot of people are applying. If they get slammed with 100,000 in the CAP exempt category also, then we know we have a problem. So I would wait and watch. You still have time. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just wait then. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'll do. Shreyaji, what we'll do is once we are done with the 100,000 discussion, then I'll answer one of your questions, one of the questions here, one of your questions, one of the questions here. Okay?
Sounds good. Yes.
Okay. I hope you have a cup of tea or cup of coffee, something, just stay awake.
Sir, we're all awake.
All right. Let's see who was next. Krishnaji, aapka to ho gaya na? Pragya. Why are you Pragya?
Yeah, because on my passport there is just one name, that is Pragya, so it has become Pragya. Yes, sir.
Acha, Pragya ji, what can I do for you?
Yeah, thank you, sir, for doing this. So my question is this: so my H1B it got picked up this year in the 2025 lottery, and my company they filed my petition in July itself. But and like I am currently a student, so from it is a change of status from student to H1B.
Ji.
But as of today, I have not seen like on the USCIS site that it's approved. So
Yeah, remember, it's pending also. The way I read the interpretations from the government,
yeah.
pending also should count towards the same thing.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I wanted to understand. Like, will this 100K apply to my case also? Because
Yeah.
yeah.
No, because you got it filed before September 21st. You've got it filed in July. So you should be okay.
Okay,
Alright.
thank you, sir. And I just have one more follow-up. So at this moment, will you suggest me upgrading to premium because it makes us anxious? So, or should I just chill and just stay the way it is?
I like the idea of chilling in most circumstances.
Okay.
That's almost always a good answer.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, Ji. Tushar ji, you had a question too, right? On 100,000, Tushar Patil. Hey, काय सांगेल तुषार?
बस मजेत साहेब.
कसा आहेस?
बस मजेत. Thank you, Rajiv ji. So my question is follow up on so my wife had a H1B, got laid off, then she was on H4 status, and her new employer is filing for H1, but they're waiting right now. They're saying that we should wait and see what happens or what guidance comes. So, and as you said, you don't know yet, like the 100,000 applies, right?
Yeah. I think if you can afford to wait until we see what's happening.
Okay. What if we file if we file for change of status and if it gets denied, does it affect her H4 status or no?
No. So if she's validly on H4 now and the H4 has not yet expired and she files for H1, H1 gets denied, nothing happens to her H4.
If you remember me, I asked you regarding that on the border or I-94. I had a consultation with you regarding I-94. They didn't updated her.
Bhai Saab, most days I'm lucky if I remember my own name.
That's fine. So when we went to Canada and came back, they didn't update her I-94 in the system.
Oh,
and the system shows
I remember that.
So the lawyer still haven't filed that H1 for her yet, and that thing is a little bothering me a little bit. Not much, but because her I-94 still expiring October or something. So October.
Yeah, just remind them. Actually, if you send them an email, lawyers hate emails because it's in writing. Don't ever send me emails like that. All right. We don't like emails because then we are committed.
Yeah. But nothing happens, right? The previous status, like to H4, if we file H1, it gets denied. H4 stays then. Okay. Cool.
As long as you have a valid I-94.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
All the best, Jay. Okay. I think we covered. I'm very surprised that we went from 60.
Rajiv ji,
Rahul.
H1B follow-up. Thank you. So when I went through the proclamation on the White House website, over there it was mentioned like right at the bottom that this is valid only for 12 months.
Yeah.
Now,
Because then they're supposed to have an interaction and decide if they want to extend it more.
So like, is there a bleak possibility that this 100K thing won't be there after next year? Or
I am certainly hoping. It's not a very popular thing. Even amongst the Republican businessmen, it's a very unpopular decision.
All right, because it also says over there like
Rahulji, I'll tell you a secret which is open to the whole world.
Okay.
I personally think that this administration messed up. Okay, in Hindi they say bhavuk ho gaye. Bhavuk ho ke, they made that decision, which is not good for anyone.
Mhm.
And I think they're going to try to bend over backward to find way out of it. How can we minimize the impact of it? I mean, they can exempt companies, they can exempt industries, they can exempt based upon national interest exception. So there are so many ways they can exempt. By the way, don't confuse that with national interest waiver, which is a green card.
Right. Because it's also mentioned it's only applicable on people who are outside the US for 12 months since the effective.
That's the way I read it. That's the way any normal person will read it. But I don't know what they are going to do. We're not dealing with normal people.
Right. Thank you, Rajiv ji. Thank you so much.
By the way, I have a lot to say about the administration. The only reason I don't say it because people who are following, liking, etc., I don't want them to get into trouble. Otherwise, oh boy, do I have things to say. All right. So getting back to, I think we covered everybody who had questions about
Rajiv ji, I have one question.
Zoom user, right. We skipped you. Go ahead, Ji.
Currently, I'm in under processing for the B2 change of status. I was on H1B. Then now I got a project now. So what do I need to do? Like, is gonna be new H1?
See, actually, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can put in chat. Hold on 1 second. Let me figure this out. Oh boy, a lot of people are talking in chat. Let's see. We were talking about B status. BSTUT. Oh yeah, it worked. Oh no. I have 1188. I need to take out 28. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to remove some of the words. Oh, I have to still remove 43 words. Damn, man. This is such a pain. You know what? Are you connected with me on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Just say, Rajiv, can you send me that information about converting from what to do when B2 is pending and I get a job offer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just to give you a quick update, worst case scenario, you just have to go outside for a visa stamping. Or if you have existing stamp, step out and come back in.
Okay, I have existing stamp, but it's with my old company, right?
That doesn't matter. That H1B visa stamp can be used for any employer.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you.
Okay. So does anybody have any other question about the 100,000?
Yes, sir.
Wait, I'll come to that. Just unmute yourself so I see who wants to talk. Vikram Singh, I think you are the first one in the line.
Yeah.
Singh, then Mahima, and then AH. Vikram Singh ji, go ahead.
So I just have a quick question. So you already mentioned
एक
that the
बात है,
guinea pigs.
आपका नाम तो बहुत भारी भरकम है. I like that name. Vikram Singh. All right.
Just quick guinea pig. Where you already mentioned that there will be a few guinea pigs in the beginning when this rolls out. That the change of employer part when people will get their approved LCA. So just wanted to check if your firm has filed anything this week, or people who have filed this week and got LCA, and then next week would be the H1B obviously in premium.
See, I did talk with some of the employers and they asked me what to do. And same thing that I'm advising you. We are waiting and watching and seeing how it develops. Unfortunately, I don't have the bandwidth to file litigations. We are extremely busy. But in the first Trump administration, I filed 15 lawsuits. 14 of them were settled before a hearing. So within a couple of weeks, they were settled. What is the reason?
Still people.
It's not because I am scary. It's because they had no leg to stand on. And many of these cases, the same issue.
So people are still filing though, like as they were doing before.
Other people in the community are telling me that they are filing.
All right. Thanks, Rajiv.
You're welcome, Ji. AH, you were the next one. AH.
Rajiv ji, just a small follow-up. So because I'm currently not in US and my petition was previously approved in October 2024, I will be falling under the beneficiaries of currently approved petitions, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
okay.
I just wanted to confirm if I have to talk to a lawyer in the company.
That's fine.
So,
and
the stamp is not an issue.
Ji. Stamp is not required. It's the petition.
Okay, Rajiv.
All the best, जी. अच्छा, अब श्रेया जी से एक बार क्वेश्चन लेते हैं. श्रेया जी, आप बोलिए कोई आपका क्वेश्चन.
Thank you, sir. Sir, just one quick question. How soon do you see this becoming a law, and if it goes forward?
It's not a law.
Yeah.
It's a proclamation.
Okay.
If it were a law, it would have to go through Congress. Okay. So proclamations are like, I don't know, flames in the wind. They can be extinguished as easily as they can be lit. So I don't know what they are going to do. Are they going to rescind it? But
Okay,
what
so
I see happening right now is just very poor management of the law. If I ran our practice the way Trump is running the country, we would be out of business in 3 days. Okay. So we don't know what's happening.
so if it just stays a proclamation, can this still go into effect?
It's already in effect.
Okay, so the 100K fees will still be applicable despite it not being a law yet.
It is already in effect. There is no doubt about that. Only what is it we don't know.
Mm.
So a stick has fallen on your head. You just don't know whether you have concussion or not. It's very weird. They've already done it. And we really don't know what the impact is. Who is covered, who's not covered, who's exempted? What does national interest waiver mean? Or national interest exemption mean? So many things. We don't have any idea.
So if the Chamber of Commerce now were to file a lawsuit, an article that I was reading about today, that can stop this from happening, but
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. See, remember I told you, when people are coming into the US, Trump has a lot of power. But when they're inside the US, a lot less power. So we'll see. I think we are sitting pretty. Those who are here, those who are outside might have a more difficult time.
okay. Yes.
आपके और community के कोई और question है?
Just one last question for current international students. They in general want to know how can they protect themselves if they're already in their STEM OPT period and they're about to file for their H-1B. Is there any advice in general that you have for them?
Many years ago, I have a dear friend who is a Muslim. I noticed a pattern. Every time I talked to her, she was going to the church, she was going to the masjid, she was going to the gurudwara, she was going to the temple. I asked her, I said, Zahida ji, what is going on? She says, पता नहीं किस वक्त कौन सा भगवान काम आ जाए. Okay. So I said, this is very interesting. This is the networking approach to devotion. I would suggest the networking approach to devotion. That's all we can do. All right.
Yes. Thank you so much for very patiently answering all our questions, sir.
It's my pleasure. I was a student once. Doesn't look like it, but I was. Okay. Saurabh, let's get started with our questions. Saurabh, thank you for waiting. बहुत वेट किया आप लोगों ने.
Yeah, no worries, Rajiv. I have a question about how unemployment days are calculated for somebody on an F1 visa. Asking on behalf of a friend who could not join. He is on a contract employment. In some weeks, he works 35 to 50 hours. In another week, he might just be working for 15 hours. How would he have to track his unemployment days?
I think that's very problematic because any week that you work less than 20, I think would be equal to unemployment if it is STEM OPT. Or actually, even if it's OPT. Less than 20 weeks each week, I think you can double check with your DSO because laws are not commonsensical. Laws can be very surprising. Okay. So check with your DSO, but I think any week that they are less than 20, it will be a week off.
Right. And the entire week gets counted as unemployment?
I think it's by week. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All the best. Kalyanji, go ahead.
Hi, Rajiv ji. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm asking behalf of this on behalf on my friend, and he was on H1B and he got laid off. Then he applied for a B2, and the B2 is coming to an end, and he's thinking to apply for a B2 extension. And he's asking if he gets a job and if he's able, can he convert his status to H1B?
Okay. So short answer, if the B2 is still pending, no. If the B2 is approved, yes. And if you want more information, you can actually Google my name, Rajiv S. Khanna, Economic Times. I've written an article on this on my blog on Economic Times. Just read that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And one more question. If in case the B2 extension is denied, will that have any effect on the H1B decision?
No, it should not. Okay. The only thing is you'll have to go outside USA for visa stamping.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Rajiv ji.
All the best. Ketaki ji.
Thank you, sir.
I have questions regarding F1 and the H1B visa lottery for next year. I'll start with the F1. So I'm on STEM OPT right now, and it's going to expire on December 22nd. So I have already enrolled in an MBA program which is starting in October, on October 20th. So the question I have is, if the proposed rule to change the duration of status takes effect, when would that be?
I don't know.
And then
don't.
since I would have already started my program in October, how would that affect me?
I think you should be grandfathered in. I mean, that's what makes the most sense. They should not disturb you.
Okay, so I can still continue and finish my
I
program.
think
That's good news. Thank you for answering that. And when I transfer my service from my current university to my new university, I know that we're not allowed to work. So is paid time off an acceptable situation, or does it have to be unpaid during the service transfer process?
I'm confused.
So when my service record gets transferred from my current university to the new university where I will be starting my program.
Okay, let me stop you for 1 second. Are you talking about OPT or curricular practical training?
CPT. I am on STEM OPT right now, but I'll be ending it and transferring it to CPT.
So your question is, if I change schools, there, what is the question?
If when I'm changing schools, I'm basically ending my STEM OPT earlier than it would be.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then I'll be transferring to the new school, getting a new I-20 with a new CPT stamp.
Yes.
So during that process, I cannot work. But since I'm employed, can I be on paid time off, or do I have to take unpaid time off?
Okay, so unauthorized employment means you are working and getting paid.
Okay.
Okay. If you're getting paid without working, can you take that money? Why would they pay you without working?
I would just be on paid time off since I'm already an employee.
But have you earned that time? Is that given to you as a part of your past employment?
Yes.
Oh, that you can take, I think, because when you worked for it, it was legal, right? I think so.
But would you suggest that the best way would be to just not take that money?
Take a lump sum before you leave.
Okay, I'm not changing my employer though, but I guess you've partially answered it, so I'll just go the safer route and not take it.
Take the money, go shopping.
And the second question is for the H1B wage-based system that they're trying to implement. So I was recently promoted, and now I fall under the construction manager category, whereas previously I fell under the project engineer category, which is the civil engineering. So I looked through the Department of Labor wage categories, and if you were to compare the salaries, my salary currently falls under the wage level 2 as a project engineer, but falls under wage level 1 for an assistant project manager.
I would always file you as a level 2 if that is the truth. So, because then you get twice as much chance to be selected than at level 1.
Okay, understood.
All right.
Got it. Thank you.
Rajiv, I have a follow-up question to what Ketaki just asked. If it's okay, may I?
Yeah, go ahead. Because follow-up questions are better to be asked together.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Ketaki mentioned about ending OPT earlier to go on CPT. Are there any concerns if we end OPT earlier by 3 to 4 months and go on day 1 CPT type programs?
I think that's okay. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, because normally people are always trying to maximize their OPT, so there is.
But the difference here is you're trying to, the moment you join another degree, you automatically lose your OPT.
Right. And it is all right under current administration.
I think so.
These day 1 CPT programs, right?
I think so, Ji.
All right. Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
RTB, go ahead. RTB. RTB. Kushagra ji, go ahead. Kushagra Goyal. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I spoke to you before regarding my employer. I placed a complaint in the wage and hour division.
Right.
Yeah, so they reached out to me. Like my employer randomly reached out one day and they said that we'll pay you at the end of the month. And I don't know, like for sure they don't know that I have placed a complaint. I have not let them know from my end. So I don't know how.
Department of Labor makes a phone call to them.
Okay,
They
so
will either make a phone call or they'll send them a notice saying we are coming to your premises on XYZ date.
okay, but they said that they'll call me before filing because my complaint is not filed. I didn't got a
No, it
complaint.
doesn't matter. As long as you're getting paid your money, what do you care?
So should I withdraw the complaint? Should I email them and tell that my employer has paid me and
Have you transferred your status to another employer?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I would say if you want to be a nice guy, you can go ahead and withdraw it once you get paid and your check
Yeah.
is.
I'm waiting for the end of the month, and the officer asked, reached out to me yesterday, and she was asking for my previous pay stubs and LCA. So I don't have my LCA. Shall I share my offer letter then? In that case, if they don't pay me, my offer letter states the same.
Yeah, you should. If they don't pay you, Department of Labor will investigate. In fact, you know what you should do? You should give me a write-up of your experience if you feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, sir.
I'll
For
protect
sure.
your name, but it'll help other people.
For sure, sir. You have helped me a lot. I can do that.
Please do. All the
Okay, sir.
best.
Thank you, sir.
All right. RTB, go ahead, please.
Hi, Raju. Raju, I have not asked the question correctly previously. So,
Now do it. Plenty of time to change.
yeah. Actually, I'm planning to file the DOL regarding my wages for the past 6 months, which I came here in March 2025.
Yeah.
And holding a letter like the start date is from March 10th. But it didn't happen at all. And after that, they marketed my profile for 2 months. And after that, they asked me to leave the country. And I didn't get any pay from them. And recently, I got an offer and I found a new employer. And they initiated like a normal transfer process. So, can I file the DOL now?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and
you should. You should,
and
because the question,
yeah,
hold on.
what?
Hold on. Let me finish. The question of your status and your paychecks probably will come up. And if you can say to the government, look, I've already filed a complaint, that protects you.
Yeah, my question here is like if I file the DOL, do they get know about my present status now? Or at the
Who
or
is
at the
they?
later stage?
Who is
So
they? Do they
my
get to know? Who's they?
Department of Labor who is
So even if they
engaged.
get to know, so what?
So what happened here is, without my knowledge, my brother-in-law is also working for the previous H1B filed company. So what they asked while the transfer process, they took my brother pay slips. I asked at that time why you are taking my brother-in-law's pay stubs, but they told me like for the EN purpose. They took that one, and after that what they have done is like they modified that one without my knowledge, and they conveyed after 1 month of filing the LCA and everything, and they are telling now that you will be out of the status if we have not done that one. That's why that is the purpose. Without your
I
knowledge
don't
we have
understand.
done.
I don't understand what you're telling me.
So
Hold on. What I'm assuming what you're telling me is that they somehow falsified the records and tried to show that, oh, we have already paid you. Is that what it is?
no. So company A
Sir, I'm
is
not going to have that much time. I'm sorry.
oh,
This is a very limited. I'm going to have to move on because there's so many people waiting.
the-
Stay on. If I have time at the end of
okay.
the call, I'll address it again.
Okay, sure.
I don't understand your narrative. I have no idea what you're saying. So hold on.
Okay.
Vijay Gupta ji, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you. So I have a follow-up question from last week that I talked to you about. So I was on STEM OPT in 2022, and my employer couldn't pay me 2 salaries, and he has now agreed that he'll pay me that. So you mentioned that I should like request for a letter explaining the situation for my own safety, and he's ready to do that. But he mentioned that he will provide me a 1099 to pay me the 2 salaries. But at that time in
Oh,
2022,
hold
I
on.
was
You're on H1B, Vijay.
I'm on F1 visa right now again.
And F1 OPT, STEM OPT, what are
No,
you?
right now I'm studying right now, but at that time in 22 I was on STEM OPT. So
Very tricky to be on 1099 on STEM OPT.
yeah, so because at that time, like when I was working, I was a W-2 employee, and now I think he's doing that just for, to like simplify on his end. So would 1099 be okay, or should I request for a W-2C or
Yeah,
something
I want a
amended?
W-2 from the time that you worked for him.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
otherwise, violation of status, you're getting paid now. So
Mhm.
yeah, I wouldn't do that. All right.
Okay. So just a W-2C and a letter from the employer, like explaining
Yes,
this scenario.
yes,
Okay.
sir. All
Thank you
right.
very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Best of luck, Ji.
Rajiv ji, I have a follow-up question on this itself. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, what is the follow-up question?
Actually, I'm on my STEM OPT and I joined my employer in June of this year. He had promised me 75,000 base salary, but due to some fund issues, he has put me on $18 per hour base minimum wage right now. But every month it is variable pay. He's meeting the criteria of 20 hours per week.
Ma'am,
So
one
what
second. Ma'am, 1 second. You are on OPT right now?
STEM OPT?
STEM OPT. And they're paying you at
Yes,
least 20 hours each week, huh?
18. Yes, 18 per hour and
But they're
20.
paying at least 20 hours each week.
Yes, they are.
All
So
right.
my question is, considering that for 3 months he is giving a variable pay. Sometimes I work for 35 hours, sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's 20. What should how should I update that to USCIS that he's not giving me 75,000 now, and what should I do right now as my plan of action to
I
save?
don't know the answer to that question because I've never been confronted with that question before.
Okay.
You can certainly call the Wage and Hour Division of the Department of Labor.
Mm-hmm.
They usually don't deal with anything but LCA complaints, but it doesn't hurt to check with them. The second department that could help you with the wage issues is the state where you are, the state level, what do they call them? State Workforce Agency, SWAS. Okay. So,
Okay.
for example, in DC, it's called DC Employment Services. No, DC DOES, I think it's called Department of
I'm in
Employment.
California right now.
So, California also, California Employment Department, something like that is called, if I remember correctly. Just Google the State Workforce Agency for California. You can call them up also. Okay.
Okay.
And you can also talk to your DSO so that they are made aware of this issue.
Okay. My question is, an amended I-983 would help, or with an revised offer letter saying that I have variable pay, variable hours and everything.
Yeah, because the conditions have changed, right? Working condition change should be reported within 10 days, right? Something like that. So
That's correct.
I think so. I think
And
it would help.
I'm planning to visit my home country end of this year. So will any audits or anything happen and that will affect my
I
re-entry?
don't think so, ma'am. But you should update, be in regulatory compliance as much as you can be. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All the best, Jim. RTB, are you done? You still have your, oh no, I have to come back to you. Vijay Gupta ji?
Sir.
Vivek ji, did you have a question which is
Yeah,
relevant?
yes. Firstly, thank you so much, Rajiv. You're the best, right? I've been following you for a long time. And yeah, so my question is basically related to the previous two questions. So I was actually interning with a startup for my summer. And while I went through the entire process, like proper process, where they gave me an internship letter, I got my CPT approved, and then I started working with them until 31st of August, 16 June to 31st of August. Unfortunately, I missed one detail there, wherein the employer, since they're a very early stage startup, they just asked me to raise an invoice every 2 weeks. And I raised it on PayPal. That's what they, I mean, that's what they told me, that you can raise it on PayPal every 2 weeks. Then the amount was same, like it was but I mean, and the description was 20 hours, right? So yeah, so how bad a situation am I in now? Because I just realized this yesterday.
So hold
I
on.
mean,
Hold on. You were on OPT, STEM OPT. What were you on?
CPT.
CPT.
So basically internship.
Yeah, I don't remember whether you can do a 1090. Did they give you a 1099 or a W-2?
They haven't given me that. So what I'll tell you the situation right now is that they reached out to me again, and they wanted to continue, this relationship, and I keep working with them. So I was just Googling things around because I had to again, apply for another CPT, which is a part-time CPT this time, and I realized that, I should have not raised these bills because it comes under 1090 or something. It's a
1099,
contract.
independent
Yeah.
contractor.
So
So,
yeah. So
Vivek, I don't know the answer off the top of my head for CPT and independent contracting. Okay. You can certainly check with your DSO. There's one site that is particularly useful for students. It's just one word, studyinthestates.gov. Studyinthestates.gov. I believe it's dhs.studyinthestates.gov. But if you just type studyinthestates.gov, go to the website and read up. It'll tell you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All the
I'll do
best.
that. Yeah. Thank you again.
You're welcome, Ji. Sakshi Ji, go ahead. Sakshi.
Hi, Rajiv ji. I had spoken to you before, so I got laid off very recently on H1B, and my I-94 is also expiring on the 30th. So I was planning to travel to India for my L2 visa stamping. But turns out my lawyer claims that I have an extension approved for H1B. So my I-94 will be extended even though I'm not employed with them now. Uh,
That would be, you'll be out of status if you're not employed with them.
right. So they are still claiming. Anyway, so I'm gonna go for my interview, but uh, does it have any benefit or advantage that I stay in the US a little after October 1st to just
Hold on. Are you trying to activate your H1B? Is that what you said?
is that even possible because I am already laid off?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Right. Yeah.
When does your I-94 expire?
September 30th.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about staying past that. Does your I-94 have a 10-day added to it?
I am not sure. It just says admitted until September 30th.
I think you should leave before that. I'm not sure there's.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I don't know why they were claiming my I-94 would be extended. So
Well, I see what they're saying. Hold on one second. They are saying it correctly. Coming to think of it, when I reviewed the regulations about the 60-day grace period, my takeaway was that even if you get laid off, there is some argument that if my H1B has not been revoked before October 1st, I have a 60-day grace period.
okay, I think that's it because my employer was clear they are not gonna revoke
If they're
my.
not going to revoke, I would then use that 60-day grace period, okay, and
Okay.
look for a job or apply for H4 during that 60-day grace period.
So I shouldn't get an L2?
Oh, sorry, L2, not H4, L2, yes.
Okay. So using this extension or activating this extension, does it help in coming back to H1B?
I don't know about that. I have my doubts, but at least it can be argued that you were not revoked before the October 1st date.
So should I even take this chance because I already luckily got an L2 visa interview with India. So I don't mind traveling.
Is the interview scheduled?
6th October.
Leave on 5th October or 4th October?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That way you can perhaps argue for keeping the H1B also, right?
Right, exactly. But so I won't go out of status on the 30th.
Because you have the 60-day grace period, right? I forgot about that.
Okay.
Okay. All the
Thank
best.
you.
You're welcome. Spurti ji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv ji. Thank you for connecting with me on LinkedIn. I messaged you yesterday, so I would greatly appreciate your suggestion on this case. I'm on H1B. My employer has filed for H1B extension before May 15th of 2025 because my I-94 expiry date was on that day as my passport had expired and got renewed. It's
All right.
already renewed, so that's good. My I-140 got approved last month, and now I want to apply for my spouse H4 and H4 EAD, who is currently right now working on F1 CPT. So I have requested my employer to file another extension because the previous extension is pending. So another fresh new extension under premier processing, along with his H4 and H4 EAD.
You're trying to bundle it, but
Yeah.
I'm being told they're not giving bundling anymore.
Is it?
Yeah,
So
double check, ask around in the community. I think that they are declining to bundle application.
yeah, so that was my understanding. Like the processing can get faster in the
Yeah, but
previously.
like I told you, I don't think they are bundling them anymore.
Okay. And all right, I'll investigate some more on that. And I have a follow-up question on this. Just need your opinion. The current administration proposed a new rule, right, for F1 students where the duration of stay is going to be for 4 years. He's on his fourth year. His fourth year will be the next year. So accounting for this new rule, if it gets implemented.
Stop. Spurtiji, stop.
Sure.
I remember reading the regulations a few weeks back. I don't remember, and that's one of the things I noticed. There was no grandfathering in them. So I don't know what they're going to do with existing F1s.
Right. So do you see like it's better to convert for H4 or stay in F1 OPT at this point?
Stay on F1 OPT until it's absolutely necessary, because he could always fly out, get an H4 visa, and come back.
Right. And what's the current processing time for H4? Is it like
I have no.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Best.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Paul, go ahead.
Hi, Rajiv. Thank you for taking the call. My question is that my H1B was picked in the last lottery, and so from October 1st, I'll be on H1B. It's because of change of status. But my company also applied for H4 for my wife, who is currently on OPT, one OPT.
All right.
So what I wanted to ask for her is that does she have to stop working on the 30th of September? Since
So hold on. Her H4 is still pending, right?
yes, both my H1B is still pending, her H4 is still pending.
Until her H4, and she was working on what status?
STEM OPT, 1 year STEM OPT.
Her own STEM OPT, right?
Yes.
So until the STEM OPT expires or the H4 is actually approved, she can continue on STEM OPT.
Okay.
Yeah. Pending application has no impact. Approved application does.
Okay. Okay. My second question is that my school is pretty strict on reaching out to the DSO as soon as something changes in your either status or address or something like that. So now that I don't have an approval for my H1B yet, or my wife doesn't have an approval for H4 yet, but I know that my status changes to H1B from October 1st. Am I supposed to reach out or until I get an approval to my DSO to let them know?
You can, it doesn't hurt, send them an email, although I'll tell you something, the system automatically updates.
Okay.
Anything else?
I wanted to know, I keep hearing people say my I-14, I-94 expired. I don't know. How do I know if my I-94 is active or if it's expired?
You can check with your DSO.
Okay.
All right. All the best. Akhil ji, go ahead. Akhil. Anuja, go ahead.
Okay, hi, thank you. So you are taking now questions other than the 100K, right?
Any questions? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I had asked earlier that it was related to my F1, my passport getting lost and my F1. I don't have an F1 stamp anymore in my
So
new
if you
passport.
go for stamping, you're running the same risk. They can deny the stamping.
Why would they? Because I already have my STEM OPT, I have my EAD card and everything.
It happened to one of our clients, not clients, but somebody who called me for a consultation. She got denied her F1 student stat visa in the 5th year of her PhD. Why? I don't know.
She went again to India for her.
Yeah, because see, not the 5th year, maybe she had, if I remember correctly, she had a visa stamp which was short a few months of her 5th year. So she went to
Okay.
India, she had her project in India, and they declined her visa. So
Okay.
that can happen. There's no guarantee. Okay.
Even if I have all my documentation, I have my pay
Ma'am,
slips
I
of.
just answered you what I think is the answer. So you
Okay.
can
Okay.
keep
So
adding
if I
on to
don't
it, still
go,
the answer is the same.
but then, so does that mean then I will have to wait and suppose like I get H1B, then I have to wait till I get the H1B and then directly go for the H1B stamping then?
Yes.
That is the, okay. Okay, fine. In the end, it sounds risky then,
It
I
is
guess.
absolutely. Okay.
Okay, so fine.
Especially when you are in OPT and STEM OPT.
Okay, so it is risky. But then I think the best bet is to then just wait and hope that you get H1B and then go and get if it
That's
gets
what I would.
approved.
That's what I would do. Yes.
Okay. Hmm.
And I
Fine.
have
So,
Thank
best
you.
of
so
Akhil, go
talking
ahead.
back, yeah, sorry, sir, I missed your turn earlier. Thank you so much for this. So I want to give you a timeline before that. My PWD was filed in July 2025, and my I-797 expires on next year of October 2026. And my company is saying that now the attorney is saying that we can do in parallel NIW application. And so my question was like, when can I apply for the 7th year of H1B? And
You have a lawyer, talk to them. They should be able to tell you the entire scheme, what they are doing. I can tell you this in general. There are only two ways to extend H1B. One is your perm has been pending 1 year, 365 days, or your I-140 is approved. One of the two ways. There's no third way. Okay.
For NIW, it's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
nothing.
NIW is I-140. No? If it gets approved, you're immediately entitled to H1B.
Okay. Is there a way to make the application stronger, something like client letter or anything that needs?
That's a subject I can teach a full semester on.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
All the best. Mahimaji, go ahead.
Hi, Rajiv ji. I already asked before. This is just, you clarified most of it, which is it should be good to travel for my stamping for October. However, you mentioned for change of status in October, it is good to have two paychecks, right, for the interview. So just wanted to ask that one of it, I think I'll be on PTO, and the other one would be paid. So that should not affect in terms of a paycheck, right? For stamping.
What I understand. What do you mean PTO?
Like I'll be on paid vacation, so I'll still
You
get
will not
paid.
be working, right? So that's okay. That's all right.
Okay. That should not affect. And what is the likelihood that it seems like that in the 1 month that I go for stamping, that they'll again put an executive order and this going is actually a mistake, right?
Monkeys with guns, who can predict what happens? Okay. So I can't really answer. All the best. Rahulji, go ahead.
Hi Rajivji, thanks a lot for the session. I have just a couple questions. It could be common, but I've received contradictory information on that. So I'm on H1B with I-140 approved. My H1B, my wife's H4, and her EAD card all are valid until 2027. But recently I was laid off and I'm in my 60-day grace period ending this month, and I'm planning to kind of change to B2 like most likely today. My question is, while the B2 is pending, or maybe even if it is approved, within the 6-month period, if I'm able to secure a job, can my wife start working immediately? I mean, given that the employer can file H4 and EAD, can my wife start working immediately as the EAD, like previous EADs until 2027, or will this be like a new EAD, new H4 altogether?
Let me think about this for a moment. So I went from H1 to B2. Now I'm going back to H1. And the spouse has her H4. Whatever happens to me happens to spouse. If I went from H4 to B2, she went to B2. When I go back to H1, I really don't know. I'll have to look this up. Sorry,
Okay.
I don't have an answer off the top of my head. It's a
Okay.
complicated.
I was just to give this one. I was told that the prospective employer can actually link it to my wife's previous EAD and H4 because it is valid until 2027. But I've been reading about it and it says it's always a new application that they need to
I
file.
don't know
So
of
I'm
any
not sure.
such process. Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense. So I don't have any personal experience with this particular scenario. So I hate to give you wrong information. I'm not sure. Sorry.
Okay. One last follow-up. If my wife and kids, let's say, travel to India, and again, the same scenario, if I'm able to secure a job here, can my prospective employer file H4 and EAD while she's in India, or will she have to be physically present in
Yes.
the unit?
Present. Now, here's an interesting thought. One of my colleagues, one of my lawyer colleagues, whose opinion I respect, he said, look, an EAD is valid until it's revoked. Okay.
Right.
If you fall out of status, then come back into status, why can't you use the same EAD? That's
Right.
his opinion. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I've been reading about new EAD that needs to be filed every time the previous goes invalid because she goes out of status.
You
So
could try contacting your congressman's office to get that information from USCIS.
I see. Okay. And with respect to physically present, you said she has to be for both H4 and EAD, right?
She does.
Okay, got it. Thanks a lot, Rashid.
All the best.
Thank you.
Smita ji, go ahead. Smita Sridhar.
Hi Rajiv ji, I attended your call on Saturday as well. So you had asked me to follow up with my new employer regarding the B1 status change. So they told the same thing that you said. They said first the B1 has to get approved for the H1 to, get approved because that is still pending status and they're not able to file a premium processing for B2 at this time. They said it's not available and they are
No,
doing a change of.
you can't apply for B2 premium processing. But what happens, or what used to happen was,
Mhm.
the page that Trump archived, what used to happen was that if you had a B2 pending and you applied for an H1 while the B2 was pending and you applied for the H1 premium, they would then automatically, quote unquote, premium the B2 and approve that first and then give you the H1.
Okay, so basically now my employer is planning to file a H1B petition cap counted COS premium processing.
Yeah,
So
that's the only thing they can do.
at this, and they said because the Texas lockbox is taking 4 months to process at this time, so earliest they will hear back is October. So at this point, is there anything that I should consider under my circumstances to be completely safe with a volatile landscape?
Let's see. You have a B2 pending, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll soon have an H1B filed also.
Yeah.
Unless the B2 is denied, you're fine.
Okay. I just wanted to, be diligent here. Thank you so much, Rajiv ji. I don't want to take a lot of your time.
All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. Varun ji.
Hi Rajiji, thank you. So I have exhausted all my H1B attempts and I'm looking at day one CPT as alternates. I already have a master's and keeping in light of the fact that we have new proposals in place, would you recommend doing a day one CPT course at a doctorate level if I'm starting in October, even though the rule is not implemented yet?
My approach to CPT is always, it should be primarily for education and secondarily for work authorization. So if you feel that you have something to gain career-wise from a PhD, that certainly seems like a very wise choice.
I am not sure about that, but I was just thinking from the point of view that if I do a master's, a double master's is with the new proposal, they are not going to allow it, right?
But the thing is, are they going to disturb existing double masters? I doubt it.
Okay. Okay. So as far as the rule is not implemented, it's still okay to go with the double masters.
Your guess is as good as mine. I've told you everything I know.
Got it. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you.
Krishna ji, go ahead. Krishna.
Yeah, Rajiv ji, just had a follow-up question on the wage and DOL when you were talking. So for my previous employment, they in offer letter it said that my relocation and my interview travel and staying expense will be paid, reimbursed. but for a few years they were not paid. And at the end, when I was departed, they give the severance package, and in that they kind of wash their hands, saying that it's considered as a part of your employment related expenses, and we are not going to cover now. So I don't know if
One of
that.
the problems, Krishnaji, is that the look back period or the limitation, I think, is 1 year. You can double check with the Department of Labor. You can call the Wage and Hour Division. And you can say Wage and Hour Division LCA complaint, Department of Labor.
Okay.
Ask them. They are very upfront. They'll tell you how it works.
Sure.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Premji, go ahead. Prem.
Hi, Rajiv ji. I'll keep it brief. I have two questions. I got laid off on 22nd August. My 60 days grace period of H1B ends on 21st October. I'm currently interviewing with other companies. My previous employer has mentioned that they are revoking my petition. And as a backup, I'm considering joining a master's course in F1, and the university has offered me two intake periods, either 20th October, which is 1 day before my 60 days expires, or 5th January 2026.
Yeah, I just told somebody that do a Google search on change of status to F-1. USC site colon USCIS.gov. There's a page that pulls up that says, look, we'll not approve your F1. At least that's the normal process if your course has already started. But if your course is 2 months away or 3 months away, we'll let you wait here. So that appears to be the better option. Double check that page, okay?
So you're saying I could apply for the Jan 2026 intake.
That's what I think you should
My
do.
status is lawful till then, even outside of 60 days.
That's what I think you should do.
Okay. And second question, how do I find out if I have been assigned an NTA? I check my mailbox, but is there any other?
Yeah, no, you can also go to the Executive of Office of Immigration Review, EOIR. You can say EOIR, check NTA.
Okay. Sorry. And final question, if I am approved for F1 and in the future an employer is willing to hire me, is them filing for an H1B considered a new petition that is
I don't think so. We don't have that information, but I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you.
One quick word. This is probably only 70, 80, 90% sure. NTAs can be issued without showing up on EOIR board, as far as I know. Okay. So, but you can also call directly the Customs and Border Protection. They actually help people. They tell you.
All right. I'll try that as well. Thank you so much.
All the best. Abhishek Jain. Abhishek Jain.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes. Sir, I am on H1B visa and I have my stamping booked next month in October for biometric and interview both. So I'll be traveling to Delhi in the beginning of October. I have already got my answers that yes, I will be able to come back because I am an existing H1B visa holder. My petition was approved this year in the beginning itself. My I-94 was like suspended or dismissed. Like the end date on my I-94 was August 31, 2025. Like last month, and I did not go because I couldn't get an H1B appointment date by that time, and now I'm getting it in October. There shouldn't be any problem, right, on this.
Okay, so I'm sorry, lost the train of the conversation. So you have a change of status to H1B beginning October 1st, correct?
No, I am already on H1B since past 3 years.
Past 3 years, okay. And your current H1B I-94 is expiring or already expired?
The current H1B which I have is valid till 2027.
Acha. And your I-94 is also valid till 2027?
No. So last time I traveled to India was back in 2023 with my previous company on H1B. So that company's H1B last date was December, like August 31, 2025.
Hold on. What is the date of expiration on your I-94?
31 August 2025.
Yeah, so that's a very serious issue. If you don't attend to it and you somehow stay here 180 days after that date, you could end up being subject to 3-year entry bar. Okay.
Okay.
Now, nothing happens if it doesn't reach 180 days. But why don't you just go? You're not able to get a stamp? Is an appointment? Is that what you're saying?
So that 31 August 2025 was just 25 days back, like 25 days before itself. It got
Should be
expired.
okay, but you need to leave. Don't stay here. You could end up with an NTA or something.
Got it. I am leaving in the next 6 days. I have my flight on 2nd of October.
You should be okay, but you have to answer the question on the form DS-160. Have you ever been out of status or unlawfully present? You've been both. You tell the answer, say it was for 25 days, you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. I have already filled up my DS-160. It has already been submitted, and only on the basis of that I got my H-1B appointment.
Yeah,
So
but you can look at the frequently asked questions of the State Department and do what needs to do to update your DS-160. Okay.
got it. They can ask this kind of a question when it comes to H-1B interview?
This should be repeated, yes, but it's not a big deal.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
go ahead.
Hi, Rajivji. Hopefully a quick one. What happens to a perm application in process if the employer gets merged with another company or gets acquired by another company?
That depends. Google, successor in interest for green card.
Okay.
Okay. So that depends. All the best. Tusharji, go ahead.
Hi, Rajivji. I want to ask follow-up question to regarding the I-94 that right now he asked you. Was it for I-94 on the CBP website or was it I-94 on the I-797 that was the issue?
So what happened to him was when he came in, he got a truncated I-94 because his passport.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
All the best. Okay, you guys, rest of you can hang up. I'm going to talk to RTB. I'm going to stop the streaming and see if I can answer his question. Everybody take care. See you next